exposing how the narcissist hurts someone they love. A narcissist is a mean individual who delights in causing harm to others. Narcissists need the attention and admiration of others, defined as a supply. And the narcissistic supply they get from people is often in the form of the person's reaction to their narcissistic behavior, whether those actions are positive or negative. As a result, the narcissist's ego is fueled by praise, affection, attention, adoration, wrath, frustration, or suffering. To the narcissist, stating that they haven't done anything will cause their negative emotions to rise to the surface. As a result, they're now scared that your success may allow you to slither out from under their poor bums and seize what is yours. You should expect them to say the most hurtful things, like "your luck was only by coincidence," or "I pray you to lose it all." Using disparaging language exposes nothing more than their envious nature. And the fact that they continue to behave like immature infants, even if they're in adult bodies. Envy, being phony and deceitful, self-destructive conduct, and bitterness are only some of the negative attributes that characterize narcissists. Things you have worked hard for, such as accomplishments, will be considered nothing more than sheer luck. When they can elicit an emotional response from you, it means they have been successful in getting what they want, no matter what kind of response they get. Despite the reality that narcissists require their resources and the energy that comes with them, narcissistic people care more about their power to exert dominance over others. And they can use a better approach to achieve this without getting their hands dirty or drawing explicit charges of misconduct. So, what is it that they're going to do? But before I go any further, I just wanted to say thank you and convey my gratitude to everyone who has clicked on this video. I'd like to send you an invitation to contribute to the growth of this channel by forwarding this video to any of your friends or family members. And if you're new to this channel, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell so you'll be notified when there's a new video uploaded. Today's video will focus on how narcissistic people abuse others they utilize as resources or victims. For the narcissist, there are times when a supply source has done inappropriately and must be punished for their behavior. Narcissists can get easily offended, so this could be about anything. Say, for example, if you speak to them in an unattractive tone. If you didn't respond to an earlier text message, they sent you another one. Or, if you flat out refuse to do anything for them or reject any commands they give you, you will be subject to their narcissistic rage. A narcissist's ability to spot flaws in others is nearly limitless. And it all depends on their attitude at the time. You'll inevitably find yourself constantly looking for ways to avoid the narcissist lashing at you every time a problem arises. Even the simple fact that you're still alive and breathing can be enough to set them off totally. The narcissist's primary technique of choice is to emotionally starve their supply, especially if they're not ready to let go of that supply. Narcissists commonly adopt the well-known silent treatment, in which they refuse to communicate with you and withhold affection and attention. To get through to them, you'll probably have to wait for a while before you can talk to them. The narcissist sees it as a form of torture, because that is precisely how they see it. They expect it to be agonizing for you for the same reason that it would worry them. To the narcissists, this type of torture validates their power and control over that supply, which is one of their stated goals in torturing others. In any of these scenarios, the narcissist hopes that the victim will finally succumb to his desperation and do whatever it takes to win him back. As long as the victim is entirely isolated, the narcissist's torture strategy is at its most potent. The narcissist has become their sole source of affection and communication. Thus, they will do anything to keep the narcissist from cutting them off, even if it means living in an environment as cold and unyielding as ice, because the narcissist is willing to prolong the silent treatment for as long as necessary. because they have other victims with whom they can be jolly, even when they're tense and quiet with one victim. This is a common occurrence. When the narcissist has you emotionally isolated and unable to confide in anybody, they can use any number of supplies to satisfy their wants. If the narcissist treats you silently, they can benefit from your discomfort, resentment, perplexity, despair, or fury as a source of self-satisfaction. Because of this, they can emotionally starve you for an infinite length of time. Essentially, they're accomplishing the impossible by integrating two separate jobs into a single effort. They're rewarding themselves with narcissistic supply while punishing you for your response to their inaction. Narcissists are enraged when we oppose their efforts to torment us and refuse to accept or be affected by their acts. The narcissist will get the message that they don't have as much value as we give them credit for if we choose to pretend they don't exist. A narcissist often punishes other people in ways that they would find unbearable if it were them. The narcissist is left perplexed and frustrated when a strategy, like emotionally starving someone, fails, so that the narcissist thinks you are more powerful than they are. Still, the reality is that once we recognize we're dealing with a narcissist, our goal should be to eliminate any emotional attachments so that nothing the narcissist says will ever touch us. Because they want to influence our happiness, financial security, health, and anything else they can. Their mission is to be the cause or component that leads to our pain. Narcissists need to be cut off from your life for good, and this is only one reason. Because withdrawing all of your emotional involvement in a narcissist means it will no longer be able to afflict you. They won't be able to influence your thoughts or actions. Emotional starvation by the narcissist is real. It is a method of torture in which the victim is managed and controlled to be subdued into submission. When it comes to our mental and physical health, it's destructive. When the narcissist toys around with our emotions, it's up to us to determine if we want to join in their game. This is a choice that we can make for ourselves. But as soon as you realize you're playing their game, I hope you can quickly regain control of the situation and free yourself from their manipulative influence. I think that was all for today's video. Hopefully, this information was helpful to you. We love to hear from you in the comments section below if you have any opinions or experiences. Thank you so much for taking the time to hear me out.